What are you doing, love?
I'm working out how much we have spent, therefore how much we have saved by having refillable gas.
So you're doing maths?
Mental maths, laptop maths.
And what's the estimation at the moment?
£14,326.
Really? Look, I think you probably need your glasses on. Makes you look more intelligent, and I think you need to do it again.
£6.
Look, I think I'm going to have to take over here.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks to everybody who subscribed and watched the last vlog and who's coming along on our little YouTube fame and gazillionaire journey.
And you said hour then. Hello. So I am here.
Okay. So about me. 18 months ago, when we picked up our van, we paid to have a refillable gas system installed, Gaslow. So in this vlog, we're going to have a look at how much it's cost us, have we got us money back, and is it working out for us?
How was your LPG experience?
LPG, perfect experience. I like the adapter in Belgium and Luxembourg, just works really well, good seal. Our Gaslow system is a system of 2 cylinders, 6 kilos each. That's a total of 23 litres of LPG. It's refillable, so that we can draw up to an auto gas or a petrol station and dispense on the forecourt. We don't have to disconnect cylinders and go on an exchange basis. That's really the big advantage of Gaslow. It means we can top up as we go along and we don't have to wait for a cylinder to be empty to get value for money to exchange it. Now, everyone's got their own opinion about refillable gas. Everyone's got lots of different systems and there's lots of myths and so on about it. But what I hear all the time is, it's really difficult to fill up on a forecourt. The system's really expensive. You'll never get your money back.
Is that supposed to be a girly one?
Yeah, girls do gas as well.
Okay.
I've got a special valve I bought off eBay and I can refill Calor gas. I've had a 6 kilo Calor gas cylinder for nearly 2 years now and it's still only half empty. It's getting harder and harder to find LPG. My nearest station is over 20 miles away. It's all going to be phased out by the end of 2024. There'll be none left anywhere. So there's lots of myths, people have got their own opinions, but at the end of the day, for us, we do 2 big trips a year into Europe, so we don't really have much choice. We can't exchange Calor gas cylinders in Europe, or any other cylinders for that matter, but LPG on the forecourt is really plentiful and really easy. You just need to have the right adapter. There are only 3 adapters, it's about 30 quid for all 3 in a little pack. Piece of cake.
Is it really a piece of cake though?
What?
Is it really a piece of cake?
Yes, never had any problems at all with anything.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So they've had no strops at LPG stations when they won't fit?
No.
And you can't get LPG out?
No.
Are you sure?
No. Although the connectors are different in Spain than they are in the UK, so I have an adapter, but I still couldn't get it to work. So to my embarrassment, Jane had to go and get a little old man who were about 100-year-old to come out of the petrol station, and he just connected it straight on and it worked. So I feel a bit foolish. finding LPG in the UK is rumoured, and I can only say that because we're not having any problems, to be getting more and more difficult. Within our home area, we're spoilt really, because within 15 minutes I can access 4 or 5 different fill-up points. And as we've travelled in the lakes in Yorkshire on the east, we've just never had any problems. I'm hearing people having more and more problems down south, but I can't vouch for that. We use the My LPG app. It's really straightforward. It uses GPS to see where you are and then spits out a list of the nearest LPG stations, and then it'll even plot your sat nav so you can go to the nearest one.
And it's community based?
It's community based, so it relies on people updating the cost of the LPG and obviously that it's current, i.e. it's available.
So what's the dilemma?
Well, do I get gas now? Because we've got a full cylinder and maybe a quarter, so it's enough for 4 or 5 days comfortably. Or, well, yeah, do I get gas now, top it up, or do I wait? And then I'll be like, we need gas now. So.
And where's the nearest one?
Well, this is the thing, innit? There's one literally 10 minutes down the road, but it's really hard to gain access to because you have to go onto a busy forecourt and go against the flow of traffic because our gas filler is at the back corner of the van. So I'm just looking if there's one anywhere near where we're going, and there isn't. Because we're going up here somewhere.
Where's that? We might go there in a bit.
Yeah, no, because they move when you start zooming in.
Oh, Halifax. We're going to Halifax.
Are we?
Yeah, after that one or that. Well, we're going to end up being about here.
Oh, well, that one.
So that one. We have to drive through Halifax.
Oh, this is a Texaco garage.
And it's cheap. Gosh, 0.8.
See what it says about it though. Sometimes when you open that up, it'll say the pump is located on the left hand side between 1 and 2 or something like that. Pump at rear of forecourt by fence. Because sometimes they're quite difficult to access. So at least when I'm going, we have a look at this and then we know, you know, if you have to go wrong way against traffic or in the out entrance or anything like that to get it. Right.
Sorted.
So we're doing that and we're going.
No, let's do it then. We've got enough for a few days.
Okay. Have you done a massive spreadsheet?
I have indeed.
And do your results of your spreadsheet concur with my mental maths and laptop maths?
No, I do get a different answer, surprisingly enough. Do you want to come and have a look and I'll show you how it's done properly? Do you want to have a look at my amazing spreadsheet, Andrew?
Not particularly, but go on.
Well, it is accurate this time, and it shows that we filled up 31 times in the last 18 months with LPG.
31 times.
And that's across France, Spain, Belgium, Luxembourg, Norway, Sweden and the UK.
And Finland.
No, not Finland, because they don't have LPG.
See how I set you up for an interesting fact?
There you go. And across those 31 fill-ups, we've used 347 litres.
That is a lot of gas, even by your standards.
Which has cost us £310. So the question is, what's the question?
The question is, have we saved money by having an installation of refillable gas? That's the question. So what is our total cost? So we spent £310 on
LPG and £480 on the installation back 18 months ago.
Right, so worth noting, I think it's unlikely that you'd get Gaslow installed for 480 quid now. We're talking about, we've had the van 18 months, we'd ordered it 12 months before that and agreed all its prices and so on, and things have changed. I've seen Gaslow fitted, advertised at 640 quid for 2x6 kilos. I've seen it at 680 quid for 2x11 kilos. Or you buy the kit and you fit it yourself. I think if you're a reasonable DIYer, actually, other than the panic of drilling a hole in your van, and you don't actually have to do that, but other than that panic, it looks a pretty straightforward installation anyway. So our total cost has been 480 quid to fit the system, and how much do we spend on gas?
310.
310, so that is 790
£90.
Yes. Mental maths again. £790 is what it's cost us.
So what would it have cost us if we'd have had traditional Calor bottles?
Well, okay, Calor at the minute I've seen 78 quid for your initial contract. So with Calor, they own the bottle. You sign a contract that says that when it's empty, you'll exchange it with them. So your first bottle is 78 quid full, and you'd need two. So you'd need basically two contracts for two bottles. So your initial setup costs for Calor is 156 quid, 2x78 quid. After that, we've worked out per litre what it would cost, and the way we've done that is X number of litres divided by 11.5, and that's how many litres you get in a bottle, and then multiplied that by £30, and say £30 because that's about the cost of an exchange cylinder. So when your cylinder's empty, you take it to, I don't know, B&Q or a petrol station, you leave an empty one, take a full one away, and they charge you anything from, I've seen it as low as 28 quid, I've seen it as high as 36 quid. So I'm just working off 30 quid. There's no exact science off this. So when you do that, we've worked that out, and what's the cost of that?
So that calculation comes out at 30.3 exchanges of LPG.
And we know you can't do 0.3 of an exchange, but bear with us, it makes sense in a minute.
So that amount of gas comes to £909. So add that to the cost of the bottles, and if we'd have been on Calor and could do those equivalent exchanges, we'd have spent £1,065.
Therefore, subtract what it's cost us for our gas and setup so far, and the difference is
£275 and 18 pence.
270 odd pounds and 18 pence is what we've saved minimum
In 18 months.
in 18 months. So we've got our money back for the installation and we're in pocket. And every time we go now and put gas in, for every sort of pound that we spend on gas at the pump, we are saving, I reckon, anything from £1.70 to £2 per litre. So for every pound we spend, or every litre we buy, we're saving that much. Okay. So from now on, we're saving significantly at the pump. And the reason that it's a little bit vague is because we've done that calculation. We've worked out how many litres of gas we've used, and then done a division, and it's based on empty cylinders. Whereas with Calor, actually, you don't always empty your cylinder. There's an element of waste. So there's a few scenarios. What if you're going away into Europe and you know you can't exchange Calor in Europe? So you're about to set off. You want to set off with a full gas load. What if one of your cylinders has got a third of a cylinder left, 4 litres or half, 5-6 litres? You know that that's not going to maybe last you your whole trip. Therefore, you do an exchange and your cylinder's not empty. So the beauty of refillable is we're sometimes opportunistic. We're driving somewhere, we see a sign for LPG, we pull in and we top up. So we might only put 3, 4, 4.5 litres in. Whereas with Calor, you need to run your cylinder empty, because when you exchange, whatever's in that cylinder is wasted. So when we say we've saved 270 odd pounds so far, that's a minimum, because I feel that with Calor we would have had to give up some gas. We would have to have wasted some gas, and every time we fill up now, we're roughly spending a third maybe just over a third of what we would spend if we exchanged the cylinder.
So it's all profit from now on.
All helps me become a YouTube gazillionaire.
Us. So that's it. That's our little LPG review.
Our conclusion is that refillable gas, Gaslow, the system that we've had installed, because I can't comment on any other system, has been brilliant for us. So, in Europe, piece of cake.
Except for Finland.
Except for Finland, they don't have any. In the UK, we use the My LPG app, and at the moment, we're having no problems finding options to refill at the forecourt. Our only dilemma is we might have 4 options, but we're going in a slightly different direction, and I'm too lazy to go 10-15 minutes out of my way. As time goes on and maybe Morrison's, as they're supposed to, stop selling on the forecourt, and other people or other forecourts convert their gas systems to make room for electric charging, or whatever happens, if it's less available, maybe we'll have to rethink us plans. Maybe I'll go to a hybrid system. Maybe I'll have one Gaslow and one Calor bottle. But ultimately, every time we use gas, we're saving money against Calor, so that can't be a bad thing. Them's interesting facts.
Yeah, I
have to listen to your ridiculous
so
things about castles and stuff. If you're here now still watching, then you've probably got toothpicks holding your eyes open or something like that. So I hope it's been useful for you anyway. So the whole point of all this social media and stuff is about trying to share knowledge and experience for the better good. Please don't necessarily do what we've done with anything, but just use what we've done to inform what you may do. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, keep the banter going, and we'll see you next time.
In Yorkshire again.
We love Yorkshire. I'll tell thee, we love Yorkshire.